Everyone, welcome back. This is going to be the final video I have on the Blast Major Pick'ems. Now, the tournament just ended like a couple hours ago, but everyone who's been watching my videos, I told us we'd get a gold coin. We got a gold coin, all right? Now, we barely got it, so, maybe I'll do a little bit better next major, but we got the gold Pick'ems. I was banking on the fact that Vitality would make semifinals because I was a little bit less confident with FaZe making semifinals, and Vitality did, so thank the Lord that happened. Now, let's just kind of get into the games, honestly, talk about it a little bit. But before we do that, I'd like you guys to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment telling me what coin you got, and if you followed my pick'ems or not, that'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, so first of all, I just kind of like to talk about the major as a whole. I think it was a really good major, the first North American major in a while, and I think the crowd really showed out. FaZe lost the first day, and I think even then, the crowd was still pretty into it. Whether it was rooting against Vitality or rooting for Mongols, whatever team they were rooting for, I think, it was a really, really, really good major crowd, and I think that shows promise. Maybe that we'll get one here again soon, but I can only hope. Now, if we go through all the stages as well, like, again, some of the best games I've ever seen, a lot of upsets, so it kind of messed up with the pick'ems, but, we got gold coins, so it doesn't matter, and I think a lot of these games it didn't really redefine the scene, but I think it kind of opened everyone's eyes to there's a lot more teams that are a lot better than what people think, and I think the scene as a whole really is a lot more even when you look at the the scene, as in the Brazilian scene, the Asian scene, and the European scene. Maybe not the North American scene, because that's the only team that didn't make the playoffs, other than Elise, but that doesn't count. So, I think really everyone's on an even playing field right now, and it's really, shows a great outlook for the future with this game. Now, again, talk about the games. If we see picks here, yeah, we didn't do too good. I went 2 for 6. That's 2 for 7, I think. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I didn't expect FaZe to lose the first day, and it was a close game. They probably could have won both maps, but I don't know. Wasn't meant to be, I guess. Now, Pain, Furia, again, I thought domestically Furia was the better team, and they should have won this, but they just didn't. Again, that's all right. And then Vitality, no doubt, they went through. They dropped a map to Mouse and Spirit and Mongols throughout the whole, or they didn't drop a map to Spirit. I was looking at the Mouse thing. I don't know why I saw that, but they looked not so invincible this tournament, which I liked because that kind of shows us there's going to be a different team on top maybe come next major. And that's kind of what I want to talk about is team changes. Out of the playoff teams, there's really only 2 teams, maybe 3 that can make changes. FaZe and Na'Vi are the 2 for me that are definitely going to make changes. Maybe not so much as FaZe as to Na'Vi, because Simple is so much of an uncertainty. They should go out and get him, but I don't know if they are, because they have him on loan and it's really expensive, but they should just sign him. And this team really shows, after really a month of being together, that they really peaked at this high, and they could have made a run in the playoffs if it was for a couple more rounds on Mirage or Anubis. So I think they will try out and get him, and they're going to permanently grab him. If not, they might get Brokey back, because they still technically have him. He's on the bench, but honestly, I don't really know who else they could grab as an offer for their team. But who knows? We'll probably see that in the coming weeks. Now, Na'Vi, I think it's probably time for a change. I think one of their players, I think Alexi, said it in their interviews. I think they need to change someone. And again, both these teams, both of them could grab Simple. So it's really which one he wants to play for. I think he might play for Na'Vi just because that's his team, but I could definitely see him playing for FaZe. And I think him playing under Kerrigan is probably the best I think he's ever looked with how little time that he's played. Yeah, he didn't show up in the playoffs, but that's his first playoffs in years. You can't really blame the guy. There's not a lot of time for them to set up anything. Now, anyone else really in here, I don't expect changing. Maybe Pain or Furia. Furia, perhaps, because I'm pretty sure Yakinder is on loan. I don't know for certain, but I'm pretty sure I remember hearing something about that. I couldn't find anything on it when I was looking through the video. So looking through HLTV for my notes, but yeah. So we'll maybe see what happens there. But again, they should probably keep this roster. I mean, it's looking good. Yakinner's looking good, and so is Moldoy, and I think he just needs time to improve and develop into a player. So yeah. Anyone else really? I don't think will change. Mongols look great. Spain surprisingly had a bit of a run, but a bit fraudulent. They kind of had a pretty easy run. But yeah, I mean, that was really the major. Liquid didn't win. I'm the only one of my friends that has a gold coin, so all I'm saying is when the next major rolls around in Budapest, I think it's where it is. Get to my pick'ems, guys. And to do that, you got to subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting more stuff, hopefully soon. I'm streaming pretty often as well, or I'm going to start streaming pretty often. I streamed last night. Tonight, I don't know if I'll have time, but I'm going out of town in a week after this. And then after that, I got about a month before I head back to college, and it's probably just going to be Stream Central for there. So if you want to interested in being that, links in my bio. I'll probably be posting on TikTok as well and be streaming on there. So watch that if you will. But yeah, everyone have a great rest of your day. Again, leave me in the comments what coin you got. If you followed me, you should have a gold coin. It's pretty good this major, but I think that's major number 2, 3, 4, 5. Major number 5 in a row for the gold coins for me. So maybe next year will be the diamond. Next major, all right? I'm coping, but 6 in a row, there's no way. We're going for diamond next year. So I hope everyone enjoyed. But yeah, I'll definitely be streaming CS, whatever, more often. So hope you guys tune in for that. But have a great rest of your day, evening, good night. Peace out, everyone.